Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Lisa. If you're new, welcome. I am so happy you are here. I hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday. Thank you for letting me have a day off on Monday. My daughter was down from Seattle. I had not got to see her since the pandemic, and it was just nice to see her and spend some quality time. But today we're back and we are talking something fun. I've had some questions from a few of you about what are matchbooks for journals and, how do I make them? Are they hard? And all of this. Guys, I've got news for you. This is one of the simplest ephemera pieces you can make for an art journal, a junk journal. You can put them on a mixed media piece if you want to, if it's interactive. So come with me, let's get started, and I'll show you some examples. Then we'll make a couple because it's that simple. Okay guys, first let me show you some examples I have that I've gotten in swaps and purchases and everything. This first one, I don't remember where it came from, but it definitely came in a swap. And this is a matchbook, and all a matchbook is a paper pad. That's it. But it's made like the old-timey matches. Okay? So this one is made from cardstock and just copy paper in the center, and then they decorated the outside. And of course you have to have the tuck spot in the front for that. Okay, and it's super simple. It's beautifully decorated. And just a little sewing across the bottom. You want to leave this open so you can tuck your top paper in there. Now this one is absolutely gorgeous. This is one from Girl on the Ridge. I'm sure if you know her, you know her work, and this is just gorgeous. And all it is a book page this time. It's a book page. She's sewn two together. You can see there's stitching. This one's a little more elaborate. It has her folded up piece, which is her tuck spot, which she decorated. Has her notepad paper in there. And then the top, she really decorated. And she covered the whole thing in some pattern paper. And then she did some cheesecloth and just lace and a whole bunch of ephemera. Isn't it beautiful? So that's from Girl on the Ridge. And then this one is simply cardstock. And she used it as a business card. She printed her name, her shop, and a little picture. And this one she made smaller. This is smaller, as you can see, than these two, because it's just meant to be like a little business card. So she folded her notepad paper over in it instead of cutting it off at the fold. She just left it long, and it folds over. But you still do the same thing. You tuck it in. But I want you to notice she stapled down here, which you can do. If you don't want to sew, you don't like to sew, or you don't have a sewing machine, you can definitely just put your little staple at the bottom, okay? Or you could even glue along the bottom. Just make sure you leave the top part open. So these are great examples, and I'm going to show you how to make a couple super fast. Okay, so for the first one, we're just using a book page, and I'm folding it in half, okay? And I'm going to fold the bottom up so it makes my little tuck spot, and then I'm going to fold the top over just enough where it tucks in but doesn't go all the way to the bottom. Okay, just like that. Now, there's no paper, right? Because the matchbooks are notepads. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of my copy paper here, and I'm going to measure how tall it needs to be, because I just want to cut it before the fold. And I'm going to cut it. And I would do this a lot more precise if I was, this is just for example. And what I do with all this stuff I do for examples, I put it in swaps. Okay, so you put your paper in. Then you bring your staple, and you don't go all the way top. Remember, you want to leave the top for tucking. And you just come about, a third of the way up. You staple it. Well, my staple didn't go in. Hold on. You put it a third of a way at the top right there. And you staple, and now your note paper's stapled in. It folds over, and there is your matchbook. It's that simple. So let's do it again, because these are fun to make. They're fun to decorate, and you can decorate them. You can make a bunch of plain ones up, and then decorate them, pull them out, have them in your stash, and pull them out for whatever journal type you're making, mixed media type, or whatever. You can just make a ton plain and then decorate them when you need them. And that's what's great about it. And you can decorate them while you watch TV. Okay, here I have a long piece of scrapbook paper. I'm going to fold it. I want to make a really big one, so I'm going to fold it about right there. And you fold wherever you want. If you want small ones, you fold less. If you want big ones, you fold more. And then I'm going to see where it tucks in. And I want it to tuck, about a quarter of a way right there. Okay, so that's where I want it in my tuck. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to fold it like that. And then I have a really big one. Same thing again. You cut your paper to fit in here. You staple it. There's your notepad. You tuck it in. There's your matchbook, and you can decorate it later to fit whatever you're doing. If you like sewing, you can stitch all around these. You can stitch across here. You can stitch them up. That is totally your choice. There we go. Okay, now, what do you do with these, you might ask? Okay, so like really big ones can go in pockets, belly bands. They can even be tuck spots. You can put them, hold on, okay. They can be tuck spots themselves. You can attach them to a page like this. Then they can have a tuck spot pocket at the top. Plus, they still have their notepad in the center. So they can be tuck spots, pockets, whatever you want to call them. They can go in pockets. They can go in belly bands. They can go inside of an envelope. You can make them all sizes. Here's probably the average. This is a little big. The average size is probably this one right here. And this size right here. This one is giganto, but I wanted to make sure you could see it really well. And this one is kind of on the small side. And I would say these two are pretty average. And let me get my ruler. And the book page one is really perfect for most size journals. And fold it up like it is. It comes to like 3.5 inches tall and about 2.5 inches wide. So it's 3.5 by 2.5. This one is about 3 3/4 by about 3 1/4. So this one's a little bigger. Both of these are really good sizes. This one's a little bigger, as you can tell. So this one would be more for a bigger journal or a big pocket, a belly band where the page is a little wider. And then the super giganto one I made is just really as an example so you could see, because you can always see better when things are bigger. So thanks for being here with me today. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.